Right, March 2021, I've been working super hard on the road to 1 million, but I've had some big ideas, some big plans, and you know what? I want to get out of here, I want to think about them and share those ideas with you. Let's go somewhere different and share this with you now.
Gracias. Ok.
Buenos días, amigo.
Buenos días. Gracias. What's up, Amazon sellers? Today, I want to talk about me starting on Amazon USA doing online arbitrage. This is starting a brand new account and quite simply, what I'm going to be doing different from everyone else who does this. I'll break it down step by step, also the financials, and talk that through with you. So stay tuned. I'm going to share all in this video. Okay, so first things first, if you don't know who I am, my name is Thomas Parkinson, and quite simply, I've been selling on Amazon now for 4 years in the UK, and right now I'm on a road to do £1 million. I'll drop a link up there in my business by the end of 2021. Now, I do that pretty much in like 2 to 4 hours a week. I've got an amazing team and they are excellent. It's taken me 4 years to get there, but how do we get to doing it again? How do I repeat this success? And I call it success, maybe in another marketplace. Today, I want to go through all of that. So enough about me. Let's go through what I'm going to go through. First things first, if you don't know, I'm in Guatemala. Beautiful, lovely country, and I'm in Antigua. And quite simply, if you can't see, behind me right there is a beautiful volcano or mountain, and they're all around me. Right now, there are some beautiful mountains, and I've climbed up them, run up them this morning at 7:30 a.m. Beautiful, lovely place to be, and a lovely place to reflect and think about the future of my business. Getting out of my house, getting out of where I'm working, and thinking about the next steps. Okay, first things first, why I'm thinking about doing online arbitrage in the USA. Well, quite simply, to start off with, risk diversification. I talk about it, the dangers of selling on Amazon. You only have one customer when you sell on Amazon, and with the one account, you've got one customer. Now, when you've got two accounts or two marketplaces, you've got potentially two options now. So you're diversifying that risk, and I really like that. Now, the other one is I like to try new things. You don't know what you don't know, and for all I know, Amazon USA could be an amazing marketplace. The other thing which I do know is in FastTrackFBA, we run a lead service, and we run leads in the UK and USA. Now, when I look at the data behind what people are purchasing in the USA, it's much higher margins. The deals we're finding are much higher margins, much better ROIs, better profits. And I'm like, wow, if this is true, I need to be getting involved in that because it looks financially better than what I'm achieving in the UK. So quite simply, if I put it in numbers, UK, we probably look for a 30% ROI. In the USA, they're looking for about a 50. Let's say, for example, it nets out at 40, still a 10% ROI better. That sounds exciting. Now, the other one, which I will say, is the fact that I've already done the road from zero, pretty much on the way towards $1 million. Now, all I need to do is take that existing journey, tweak it, refine it, make it better, make it more efficient, copy, paste into Amazon USA. I know what I'm doing, and I've got a support team in place, and I can just make it happen. So it's a really easy win to have to open up a new market and diversify my risk. Now, that leads me quite nicely on to number two. Why am I not solely focusing on the UK? We're talking about the road to 1 million. Why not smash it? Why not run that up to 5 million? Well, quite simply is yes, I do want to push further, and yes, I do want to grow it. But my business in the UK right now is on track to do 1 million. Next year, if we do 2-3 million, I'll be really happy. But the one thing which I'm really aware of is, again, you've got one customer, and if you put all your eggs in one basket, that's a dangerous situation. So quite simply, diversifying my risk, really important to me. Back in August 2020, I had my payments suspended for about a month, I think it was. And quite simply, that just shook everything up. It made me really question about whether I want to sell on Amazon. Now, Amazon is this amazing platform that you can sell and make so much money from, but there is risk involved in it. And I think we need to understand that. Now, the other thing which I'll say is you don't know what you don't know. Now, it could be the case that OA in the UK is great, but OA in the USA is amazing. Now, if I don't try, I'll never learn that. So I've got to try. And hey, if it fails, at least I know the answer. And when someone else goes, oh, USA is amazing, I'm like, yeah, it's not. UK is much better. So I've got to try it. The other one as well is the fact that I've already done that road from 0 to 1 million, copy and paste. I talked about that earlier. But the road from 1 million to 5 million is another journey I'm going to have to learn. So by quite simply copying and pasting my existing business means I just get to diversify, but also as well, it shouldn't be too hard because I know exactly what I'm doing. Now that also makes me think about OA must have a ceiling. There comes a point whereby you just can't purchase enough deals. We're always hit with stock quantities, purchasing limits, or you can only buy 3. It just starts becoming a real pain. So actually, by diversifying across multiple companies, makes it a lot more viable as a business and helps me not have to worry about that ceiling so much. Maybe the ceiling's like 5 million. I don't know, we'll see. But I'll keep doing that in my UK, but also drive another business. That leads me nicely to number 3. What are my actions so far? And I want to share with you what I'm doing differently to everyone else. When we talk about selling on the USA, everyone pretty much creates a UK-based LTD and then creates an Amazon UK account, starts selling on the UK. And then what do? They open up, through global selling, a USA Amazon, and then they start selling from there. Great, not a problem. And that's cool. And it works for a lot of people. But for me, the one thing I realized is that I don't want to do that. I don't want to be a UK-based entity. I want to create an American company. I want to create a USA-based entity. I want it to be a USA company separate from my UK. Also as well, I want it to be able to take advantage of all the USA benefits. What are they? Well, I've spoken to a good friend of mine, Seth Baker. He's nearly £1 million. I think he's a million. He's done 100,000 in a month. I know that on books. He sells 100,000 a month on books. And quite simply, he told me because his company is UK based, he can only work with, I think it's at the top 14 suppliers, don't quote me. He can only work with 5 of them because his address is not in the USA. His address is in the UK and they won't allow him to order. Just the website doesn't work. So I really understand that. The other one is when we do OA, we need to get ungated. And hey, maybe in the future I want to work with wholesalers. It's just easier to work with wholesalers, get ungated when you're a USA-based company, not a UK-based one. The other one that I really want to take advantage of and that I'm aware of, cashback schemes in the USA are amazing. The UK, we get like 1%. In the USA, it's much, much higher. So I want to take advantage of those cashback schemes and really earn the extra money. So it means that I've got to create an LLC in the USA, and that is something that I've already done right now. And that's just going to allow me to maybe long-term wise grow my business further because I'll have more suppliers I can access because they'll allow me because I'm a USA-based company, get more cash back and easier to get ungated. And then if I ever do look to go into wholesale, it'll be easier to work with wholesalers because I'm a USA-based entity. So some thoughts there, but it will cost me more in the initial upfront, which is what I've already had to pay. Now, the other one which I'll probably add is quite simply just advice. When you kind of go to like an accountant or where you go somewhere else is that you're gonna need to ask for advice. Now, if you're having to ask an accountant in the USA or a lawyer in the USA and you say, actually, I'm a UK-based company, it starts getting convoluted, it starts getting harder. When I need that advice, it's much easier. I'm just a USA-based company with a UK-registered owner. That's it. I'm a USA company and the law will be the same, everything will be the same. The only difference might be how we deal with the taxation afterwards. And a good accountant can support that. Now, it might sound great starting your own limited company or LLC, in the USA, and there are some disadvantages, and I'll share it with you now. quite simply is I've had to pay more money. I've had to create a virtual office in the USA, obviously create a company. I've probably shelled out about £1,000 so far and obviously not seen any return on that. The other one is that I've got to learn about new accounting. Obviously I'm going to have an accountant to do it, but on the other side is I still have to have a basic comprehension of that accounting. And then number two is the fact that everything just takes a bit longer to start up. It's not easy just to create an Amazon account. I've got to do all the process. And to give you an example, right now I'm waiting for my EIN number from the US government. Now that has been 2.5 months and it could take up to 4 months for them to get back to me. It just takes time. So it's going to be slower on the upfront, more costs, but these things are just part and parcel of what I'm doing. Why? Because I'm looking at the long-term vision. I'm looking at this Amazon business to be a 5-year investment. I'm not looking to say, tomorrow I need to get selling, start making money straight away. This is a slow burn. Why? Because I want to build the foundations right. But total costs, including payroll, $2,326 per month. Now that is a serious amount of cash that I'm spending from day one in my business.